Bitcoin was kind of interesting for me over the weekend. A couple things I was watching for. Did we get a close back below 69,200-ish? The answer is yes. Have we confirmed back below? The answer is no. So this is the weekly chart, but these are the steps that literally as a trader that I'm following. So again, I'm going to walk you through because I want you to just understand how I kind of think about this.
Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to Bitcoinzilla, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. Bitcoinzilla offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with Bitcoinzilla. Subscribe now. In this video, Gareth will share his insights on: did it close below 69,200 over the weekend? What does the weekly chart reveal? Let's join Gareth in this interview about these topics and more.
So we have our big picture of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was kind of interesting for me over the weekend. A couple things I was watching for. Did we get a close back below 69,200-ish? The answer is yes. Have we confirmed back below? The answer is no. So this is the weekly chart, but these are the steps that literally as a trader that I'm following. So again, I'm going to walk you through because I want you to just understand how I kind of think about this. So looking at the confirmation signal, here was your close above, right? Oh, let me grab my drawing tool again there. Sensitive screens here. So here's your close above. Here's your confirming move right there, right? So again, just something to kind of keep an eye on there. But the key is we confirmed above the $69,000 high, or 69.2, which was your high pivot in 2021. Now, what do? Well, I say, okay, well, on the daily, that confirms a breakout. But now let me go to the bigger time frame. We just discussed time frames. The weekly never closed above it. So last week it didn't, and yesterday when the weekly candle closed, it did not close above. So it's not being confirmed yet on the weekly chart that it's a true breakout. And that's kind of keeping me a little bit like, okay, what's going to go on? Is there going to be a rug pull here, or is it going to eventually move up? Now, I guess eventually I still believe it's going higher, just a matter of in the short term. Now, the next thing we look for is we haven't confirmed or even closed above on the weekly, but now we've had a close back below that. Now, the question is, remember, when you confirm a breakout, you have to reconfirm back below to negate. Not just a close below, which is what we got, but to negate it, it has to reconfirm back below. So essentially what we're looking for is we've had one close below. Do we get a rollover and a secondary close below? A failed breakout would be significant, again, with the weekly not participating. So these type of things I'm watching, guys. But again, just flipping back to the weekly chart, again, if we go back to that weekly, we can clearly see that no weekly has yet closed above this line, let alone confirmed. We got the doji now. What we're going to see here this week is going to be key, and it probably is key considering the Federal Reserve is going to be announcing, because that will push Bitcoin in a direction.
Bitcoin had a rough weekend, but it's trying to bounce back. As it moves through important price points, investors are keeping an eye on big economic events and indicators related to the upcoming halving. Here's what's happening with Bitcoin this week. Bitcoin is finding it hard to reach its previous record highs after a weekend of heavy selling, currently sitting around $68,000. The next big hurdle for the bulls is the $69,000, $70,000 range. The upcoming Federal Reserve meeting is causing uncertainty in both crypto and traditional markets. With ongoing worries about inflation, investors are waiting to see if the Fed will change interest rates. Bitcoin's next block reward halving is just a month away. Analysts are seeing typical patterns that occur before a halving, suggesting there could be price corrections. This is an important time for Bitcoin holders. Recent market downturns have led to a lot of long positions being liquidated and funding rates being reset. Despite the volatility over the weekend, Bitcoin has held up well, with buyers and sellers adjusting their strategies as the market changes. Even with the market's ups and downs, investor sentiment is still in the extreme greed zone. Long-term holders are staying strong, taking profits when they can during this busy market period.
Taking a look at Solana, Solana's had an incredible run. One of the things to watch on Solana, guys, I do expect a big pullback here on Solana. What we could see here is you kept on bouncing along this line here, and then we had the blow off top, which then brought us down, and we broke below before hammering on the underbelly and then breaking back above. My guess is we're going to probably retrace to that same line. So it seems like this is your longer trend line on Solana. And again, eventually what we should see is a pullback to that line. Then once it gets to that line, the question is, do we bounce off of it like this? My guess is yes, but then eventually there's a potential where we could break to the downside there.
In recent days, a significant voice was heard in the crypto world. Joe McCann, the CEO of the crypto hedge fund Asymmetric, made a bold prediction for Solana, claiming that its market value would reach $1 trillion, drawing attention to his forecast. So, what is the logic behind this claim? McCann attributes Solana's rise to its ability to serve the retail segment, particularly through its association with memecoin and speculative trading, arguing that Solana's speed and efficiency can offer a better experience for retail users. This shift indicates a clear product market fit among individual users, as Solana is embraced by the memecoin community and sees an increase in speculative trading.
Gold is having a pause day right here. Not a whole lot going on gold, but again, we have consolidated. This is starting to become bullish consolidation. So again, as we look here at these charts and we see exactly what the pattern formation is, you're starting to get in this realm, and I'm not having luck here getting my drawing tool, but that's just the nature of being live on TV or on this show, and obviously not necessarily, there we go. Looks like it. So looks like that's what's forming as of now. But again, be careful going into the Fed decision on Wednesday, as again, you're going to get some volatility. I haven't rebought the swing trades on gold that I unloaded when we were at the highs. I've been waiting a little bit, but if this bull flag just continues to go like this, eventually I may say, okay, time's up. Let's go. Let's see if we can get this next move to the upside.
The gold price forecast appears somewhat subdued as the precious metal experiences a downturn for the third consecutive day, reaching over a one-week low of $2,050 during Monday's Asian trading session.
Couple other charts here, guys. Silver is still kind of borderline breakout for me. It's right at that level. We have to see if it closes above and confirms. I'm a huge long-term silver bull, but I'm still a little skeptical because of the issues with the industrial side of silver demand. So again, we know that it's trying to break out. Can it follow gold here, or will it stall out? Next up, oil. Oil beginning to push up. Remember, didn't confirm here. All right, didn't confirm here. Closed above, confirmed. Starting to consolidate. I still think this is heading to $85 a barrel, guys. So again, I'm still looking for further upside on oil here. The chart again dictating where we're headed. Look at gasoline, though. Gasoline is just on a tear, guys. And as inflation goes, that's not going to be a good scenario for the Fed and what they have to do. Let's look at cocoa here, right? So we have a huge, by the way, this is one of the craziest charts. Back just at the beginning of this year, this was about 4,400. This has doubled. This commodity has doubled. Could it be putting in a topping tail if we close here or below? The answer is yes. Watch for that. This is due for a big corrective move. This is a momentum trade at this point. My only issue is, honestly, I don't even think there's an ETF to trade this, to short it. So again, I could be wrong. You guys can write in the comments how you would do it. But as of now, I don't really have, aside from being in the futures market, any way to trade this in particular. Copper, I know a bunch of you guys have asked me about copper. Copper actually is amazing here. You had this major trend line that we kept on kind of hammering on, and then we broke down and we confirmed, and then look at the line, and now looks like we may confirm back above it. If that's the case, copper's going higher, guys. And again, just be aware, you have China stimulating like crazy, and if that economy starts going, and I've talked about this last week, we saw their CPI starting to rise too, their inflation starting to rise. If their demand, if their people start buying, you're going to see inflation go up across the board even more. So again, I'm projecting out that we could get back to 4% inflation this year. And the question is, how does the Fed cut rates significantly? Again, I said they'll probably do a mercy cut because I think they want to just give something to the market, probably in June ahead of the election so they don't look like they're interfering. But for the most part, if you get inflation back to 3.5%, 4% by late this year, I can't imagine if we enter a recession at some point that they're going to be able to cut significantly like the market hopes. So these are the problems, guys. This is real life stuff.
If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.